So the beginning of the way is narrow and difficult. The progress along the way. We're in a war. The enemy is constantly against us. He is constantly laying snares. It's like being in the jungle, and you never know from where the enemy's going to come at you. The least expected time. He comes at you with something that you're weak at. King David was, in the cool of the day, he was walking on the roof of his palace. How innocent can that be? And he looks over the wall, and there's temptation. Taking a bath in the neighboring yard. The most unexpected times, things happen, and we have to beware. We have to beware. We're in a war. We're in a war. We have to guard our hearts with all diligence. We have to be prepared to meet the enemy. And he will lay in wait for us. He will hit us when we're weakest. And he will deceive us. He will lie to our face. We have to beware. We cannot be gullible. We must beware of evil and deception. So the progress along the way is fraught with danger. We live every day we live in danger of our eternal destiny. We can give up the Christian walk at any time. We say, "Oh, Lord, if you're going to do that, I quit. I quit." We can do that. We can make that choice any day of our life. So we must be constantly diligent. We must be steadfast. We must put one foot in front of the other when everything is screaming for us to quit. We must keep on. We can't give up, brethren. To give up is to die. To give up is to die. So we must, along the way, we must keep on keeping on. And we must be faithful unto death. We must reach the end of the way, in which sayers will be contrasted with doers. It's not enough to profess Christianity. It's not enough to say, "Oh yes, I'm a Christian." And then when they call you to say, "Accept Allah or die," you say, "Oh, okay, I'm Allah. I'm all for Allah." No. That's not what we're about. That is merely professing Christianity. That's not doing Christianity, in which hearers will be contrasted with doers. Not he that saith, "Lord, Lord," but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. He's the one that will inherit. In view of its content, we can appreciate why this sermon has been called the Magna Carta of His kingdom, the manifesto of the King. And we're going to look now in Matthew chapter 5, verses 3 through 12. "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." You want to see God? I want to see God. No man can see God in this life and live. But in the resurrection, we'll have a body that will enable us to stand before God and to look upon Him without death. We will be able to see Him with our eyes and not die. I want to do that. I want to see God. I hope you do too. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when men shall revile you." Nobody likes to be talked evil about, do they? Nobody likes to be called names. I'm sure Pacquiao didn't like it when Mayweather called him a coward. And we don't like it when people call us all kinds of bad names. We don't like it. But when we're doing God's will, when we're living for Jesus, we're going to get some of this. "And the days are getting ever more evil. Men shall revile you and persecute you." And what if you lose your house because you're a Christian? What if you're on the street because you were standing for God? What are you going to do then? "Oh God, you were bad to me. Oh God, you were mean to me. Oh God, I quit." You know, you're going to do me this way? I trusted in you, and you set me out on the street. Well, He told you that this is going to happen. They will revile you, persecute you, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. What happened to Jesus? What happened to Jesus? They dragged Him out. They nailed Him to a tree and they crucified Him. The Son of God, the Creator of the universe. If they did that to Him, what do you think they'll do to you and me? I'm sure they could find something in my life that they could justify their action. But in Jesus, they could find nothing. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. We have eternity ahead of us, folks. We have eternity ahead of us where we can enjoy the blessings of God forever and ever. But to get there, we must be faithful unto death. We must follow in the footsteps of Jesus. We must dedicate our lives unto Him. And when we do that, we can stand before that magistrate or before that thug and say, I'm not going to worship Allah. I'm not going to become a Muslim. I'm not going to take the mark of the beast. You can kill me or whatever. I'm a Christian. I will die a Christian. I will serve the Lord Jesus.